We talk a lot on this show about the need to create a new economy no longer based on corporate capitalism, but instead on a new form of capitalism, cooperative capitalism. In fact, just last week I did a Daily Take about it. And the United Nations apparently agrees. The United Nations has launched a new initiative for 2012, declaring it the Year of the Co-op. Using a theme of cooperative enterprises build a better world, the UN hopes to encourage the growth and establishment of cooperatives across the globe. That international body is urging nations to promote cooperatives and raise awareness of their benefits and contributions to society. Joining me now to discuss more about the Co-op initiative is Betsy Driven, Director of Policy for the United Nations International Cooperative Alliance. Betsy, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Did I pronounce your last name right?
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you. Where did this UN effort to promote co-ops come from? This is so great.
It actually started with Mongolia having an interest in cooperatives. They have quite a few cooperatives and have a real passion for it. And back in 2009, they marshaled resources and actually got a unanimous vote in the General Assembly, which is hard to come by, as you can imagine. Anything in the GA, but that would be unanimous, calling for an International Year of Cooperatives. So that's this year, and it was launched end of October, and it'll run until next October.
Marvelous. Now, a lot of cooperatives are started because somebody had a great idea and they just did it, and some of them are started out of desperation. I was in Argentina in 2001 when the economy had collapsed and workers were occupying factories, and many of those are now run as cooperatives. Owners had fled, capital had fled. What's the state of cooperatives around the world, and how do most of them come into being?
I think it depends, as you've pointed out. What generates them may be different circumstances, but what holds true with all cooperatives, there's really a leitmotif, if you will, principles that all cooperatives share. They're owned by the members. It's a voluntary membership. There's education and training, which is very important. There's a sense of community. Cooperatives give back to the community. Those are just some of the values that are inherent where you could be in Argentina, you could be in UK, you could be in the US. But principles, there's a set group of principles that cooperatives adhere to. And these cooperative principles not only guide them, but in times of challenge, they help sort out the problems. For example, cooperatives keep their autonomy. They may enter into agreements, they may enter into agreements with governments, in fact, but at the end of the day, they remain autonomous as one of their principles.
Now, there are worker-owned co-ops and member-owned co-ops. So a credit union or most people's local health food store is a member-owned co-op, whereas the Union Cab Company or Peninsula Manufacturing in Wisconsin are worker-owned co-ops. What are the numbers for those, U.S. and worldwide?
I don't really have the specific numbers. We do know that there are over 1 billion people involved in cooperatives worldwide, which is unbelievable. And also, cooperatives, in a way, are the best kept secret because cooperatives are a bit like the riddle of the blind man with the elephant. In that story, of course, the blind man touches a part of the elephant and knows only that part. You may know a food cooperative, or you may have banked at a credit union, but you may not know that there are housing cooperatives and electrical cooperatives. There are cultural cooperatives, artistic cooperatives. It really runs the gamut. There are dog walking cooperatives and babysitting ones.
That's marvelous.
So really, to get a handle on the total number is quite a challenge, but we do know somewhere around 1 billion people are involved with cooperatives.
That's extraordinary. Betsy, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for the great work you're doing and spreading the good word. It's really important stuff. Thank you.